A few weeks ago here on When I'm Not Podcasting, I talked about what could have been inevitable, the possible ban of TikTok. Well, reality is about to set in for everyone. So here it is. President Donald Trump says he will ban TikTok through executive action as soon as this weekend. As Saturday rolls along, I'm recording this on a Friday night going into Saturday, he told reporters that he will act to ban the Chinese-owned video app from the United States. And it's still, even though we're hearing reports that Chinese owner ByteDance is looking to go ahead and roll the company off to an American owner, doesn't make a difference. So here's what the story is from CNBC. President Donald Trump told reporters he will act as soon as Saturday to ban the video app. It's according to NBC News. This comes as there were reports on Friday that Microsoft held talks to buy the TikTok video sharing mobile app from Chinese owner ByteDance, and the talks had been underway for some time rather than being brand new. President Trump told reporters he firmly rejected a reported spinoff deal involving Microsoft buying TikTok. The problem is, with Microsoft trying to buy this, you got to think about the fact of Microsoft has never done anything with a social app in the first place. We see some of the things that they have taken and have acquired and have done a shitty job with. I can mention Skype. I can mention LinkedIn as a couple of bad examples, which were very good proprietary software until Microsoft got their greedy paws all over it, and then all of a sudden it went to shit. Okay? That's pretty much how it's been. I mean, we still buy Windows because that's the only thing there is out there. If not for that, I don't know much else we get. You know, buying Office or using Outlook and other things at such a high premium doesn't really help matters, but that's where they are. TikTok right now has been valued at $50 billion, according to Reuters earlier this week. And really, TikTok took off amazingly with an extra billion people just during the pandemic, which everybody started getting themselves into. Earlier this month, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said that the U.S. was looking at banning TikTok as well as other Chinese social media apps, including WeChat and others, citing national security concerns. Pompeo added that the Trump administration was evaluating TikTok akin to Chinese state-backed tech companies Huawei and ZTE, which he previously described as Trojan horses for Chinese intelligence. Keep it in mind. Listen, we're in a Cold War with the People's Republic of China, with the Chinese Communist Party, regardless of if you like it or not. The bottom line is, this is a reaction to it. We do know that this virus we dealt with originated in China and then went to Europe and then made it here. Either which way, nothing has been accounted for. There's been nothing taken responsible for how this broke out. This is not just happened overnight. It did happen in a lab, whether you like it or not. U.S. officials have long complained that Chinese intellectual property theft has cost the economy billions of dollars in revenue and thousands of jobs and threatens national security. Beijing maintains it did not engage in intellectual property theft. So basically, you want to really show China as the U.S. strength, and you want to show that you're pissed off at them. Sanctions have been put on them. Consulates have been shut down. The same thing's happened by China going to do the same thing to the U.S. And instead of having, actually full out war and bombings and that kind of stuff, we're getting TikTok banned. But again, there is already been room for something else to come along. But again, some of those TikTok people that are out there, the creators, they're not aware of what's going on. All they've been reading is the stories about Microsoft buy it. The other story you might have also heard about was that TikTok was pledging to pay creators a total of $2 billion in the next 3 years. So they were ramping up their creator fund to over $1 billion in the United States in the next 3 years, up from $200 million. And the funds would grow to nearly $2 billion in total to pay creators across the world. And the funds would help support ambitious creators who are seeking opportunities to foster a livelihood through their innovative content. Well, we already know that people are having a tough time right now as influencers because of the pandemic. There's no traveling. There's no places to go necessarily to go ahead and fraternize and go out. So to do a lot of what you can do from home has been tough. The other thing that's also going to come across is what the music industry is going through, because we've talked about that also on the show. The fact that on the Broadcasters Podcast, on the most recent episode, I talked about how it is mentioned that we're starting to see a number of artists, a generation of artists born and raised on TikTok. Well, they're going to go somewhere else because we're seeing what's going to happen after this. Now, we already hear what's the story. So if the president decides to go forward with it, which it looks like he's going to do, he's going to go ahead and ban TikTok. Where is there to go? That's what's more important. Now, I started hearing people on TikTok doing live streams saying, well, you could just change your VPN. But really, how many people are going to go and do that? Because if it's not just an easy thing just to go ahead and jump on TikTok, do your videos, or watch whatever you want, it's going to be different. Now, yes, people are not going to want to do YouTube and edit videos down. Correct. So you got to find out where you're going to go next. Facebook is actually trying to go and take in the music market. We'll talk about that in a second. So first of all, what's going to happen with TikTok? Where is that audience going to go? Well, I've talked about this. Most recently, TikTok is looking to, or was already going to get a rival by way of Instagram. Instagram is about to go ahead and release their Reels program that's already been launched in India. And it'll be featured in over 50 markets, including the United States. And that this has been in the works for over a year by Instagram. And Reels will allow Instagram users to create 15-second clips accompanied by music. The videos clips can be shared as stories. Now, it's already launched in Brazil last year, expanded to France and Germany in June. So the next launch to 50-plus countries will include the U.S., UK, Japan, and Mexico. And the new feature will be accessible doing via a new icon on Instagram. And then we've heard that official music videos will be coming to Facebook in the U.S. starting next month. So Instagram Reels comes out globally at a time that Facebook and Instagram are looking to compete against TikTok. But now that competition is about to go away. So here's what we got. Now, remember, if you did not know this, the U.S. is not the first country to go ahead and make a major ban. TikTok has already suffered the ban at the likes of India. Let's talk about that. The country continues to face scrutiny because it was banned by India's government over national security concerns. The same reason. So India, you're talking about 1.6 billion people, I it is. It's bigger than China. And then you're losing it in the United States. TikTok takes you a major blow. That goes away. And let's not to be said that we can't find somebody else. I mean, let's be honest with each other here. You might not remember, but Vine actually was the first video platform that actually caused people to watch videos and have a little bit of music and dancing, things like that. That originally came first from Vine. You can't tell me somebody else is not going to come in and do the same thing. But Reels will do the same thing where they're going to try to create a certain version where stories will be added. But then you'll have this Reels version where you'll be able to watch different people's videos, hopefully in the same form as TikTok. That's what the plan is. So that's what's coming up from that. And Wells Fargo already banned TikTok, and that's for the employees, citing privacy concerns. And while Facebook has 2.6 billion users, is facing scrutiny over its own stance on misinformation and hate speech on the platform. But again, if they're able to go and take that audience, it helps them a lot. That's what they're trying to go and get for themselves. Now, with that said, again, music videos going to Facebook. That would take some of the spot away of where music can be brought on for Facebook, because if that music goes over to Facebook and official music videos are coming to the platform, as of this weekend, you'll start seeing official music videos available. And there is a real a real encouragement by Facebook for artists to go ahead and use their artists' pages to put on exclusive music, or if they need to if they want to be able to put it on their own page. There's really an encouragement of that to get that music out there to people. That's the next plan. So Facebook gets the music that can then get parlayed over into Instagram, into the Reels feature. Facebook is ready to take it over. That's what you need to understand. Do not worry about the VPN. Get ready for Instagram and Facebook to take over. And I'll tell you more than once than anything else, what people were doing a month ago, which I did myself. Anybody I wanted to follow that was on TikTok, I looked for their Instagram feed. Every time it was somebody I liked or was interested in, I would go look for the TikTok or for their Instagram address, and most of them did. So that would be the one thing that I did that was very important. Most people do have an Instagram page for the most part. So that would be the place to go. And I actually did follow for that because I thought it was a good thing to do. And it's really great to see more information about everybody. But again, all your major TikTok people, Addison Rae, Charlie D'Amelio, Jason Derulo, others, they have Instagram pages because everybody made the plan for this. We all see it was coming, and now we're at this point. And now we have to wait for the actual ban to happen. And I think the next one I'm not podcasting I do about this will be the fallout of creators. What are they going to say, and where do they decide to move to? Because much like how people that might be upset with Twitter, they moved to Parler, or if people were upset with YouTube, they went to BitChute, or people that went from Patreon to went to Subscribestar, this is where things go. A new platform comes into play. It wasn't that long MySpace was the place for music. Then it moved. And that's what happens. You know, obviously it looks like social media, even that in some cases, for whatever reason, some things come out of favor, sometimes because of lack of popularity or because of a Cold War with the Chinese Communist Party. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Come back for the next video. Talk to you next time.